Aloha, friends and neighbors. Roland Frost here, and we're going to charge off into the year 2018. This is program number 1100. 1100 weeks I've served you. I wish I'd gotten paid more. Anyway, we're going to cover the last few days in 2017 and go into the first week of 2018. A couple minor notes. Jupiter and Mars conjunct on January 6th. So you'll feel that. That's Saturday, about a week from where you're at now. And then the Sun conjuncts Pluto on the 8th. That's a week from your next Monday, about 11, 12 days from where you're at. The main thing is you got this full moon coming up, and that's happening on the 1st. Yeah, full moon on... A lot of stuff's happening on the 1st. A lot. It's a gnarly full moon. This full moon as 11 Cancer, though, is interesting to me because I've been under Neptune attack in my life. And the last lunation you had for the last month squared Neptune, and Neptune was misbehaving, even though he finally turned around and I got into Jesus and some neat stuff and the chart of Christ, and it kind of turned around a little bit. Well, it's going to turn around for everybody more after this full moon, January 1st, because it's at 11 Cancer, and it trines Neptune in Pisces. Yes, it also trines Jupiter and Scorpio, and there's a lot of neat stuff kind of turning around, new information, new things. So you got a month here while Neptune will behave. You know, we need to try to get after the coal industry, oil industry people and turn them around. The upshot is that, it all changes. The whole world going to change color after this full moon trining Neptune. Renewed inspiration on a religious belief thing. I got the chart here. What's it look like? Well, you can see right away I've exaggerated Uranus, because Uranus is stopping and stationing, on that full moon. Yeah, he's stopping in the sky and stationing there on the 1st, on New Year's. Massive blackouts someplace, I don't know. But this shouts earthquake at me, and you'll see that, I still got Neptune problems until you get to this next full moon. Which is up here ahead on the 1st. There's a good full moon, good Neptune. You got a crazy Neptune. You still got water problems, tsunamis, drugs, all kinds of Neptune. Bad Neptune behavior on Saturday. The drunks are on the road. Look out. So Neptune's still misbehaving. Uranus, when he stations on the 1st, it's going to get shaky. And a lot of the inner symptoms are you get jittery, get shaky, you feel all alone. There's also a sense of revolutionary knowledge. This is the scientist comes out and says, look, this is common sense, it's crystal clear. Oh, wow. Stop burning all that shit. You're killing your grandchildren. Whoops. Stuff's going to happen. And this is a revolutionary lunation. When I started looking at what my job should be for the next year, which might be my last big public TV year, I came back to this. We had an eclipse. We had an eclipse right across the USA, not in Hawaii. But I know I probably won't retire out of here or die until September, October next year. So I got to work on something for the year. Now this eclipse lasted 2 minutes 40 seconds. Classical rules say that's 2 years and 8 months. Well, shit can happen. Yeah, that gives us until April 2020 for stuff to happen on this eclipse line and President Trump's rising sign. But I got some nasty astrocartography already that talks about quakes on the West Coast and tsunamis in Hawaii. And we're going to, there's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff as global warming kicks in more and more. But at any rate, here you're in the red stuff. You're in the shake zone. Here's the earthquakes, power outages. Somebody gets drunk and plows down the pole, you lose electricity. There's a lot of isolation. All these things promote brotherhood. Hurricanes, earthquakes. You learn who your neighbor is. Yeah, and you turn into brotherhood. So there's a revolutionary side to this Uranus. He's really quite a good guy, Quetzalcoatl. Jesus was more like him than the priest. But you're going to have trouble with the priest. I mean, here Thursday night, Neptune is in sextile, so the Neptune's not acting up quite yet. Let's go about this day by day and see what we get, huh? If you're on the Thursday show, in the morning, Saturn and Venus was in good shape. You're in a jittery, in the jittery zone back here, which is what, Wednesday? This would be Thursday. Wednesday was the peak of the jitter zone, and the winds and the strange quality of different consciousness. The Aquarian consciousness, folks. Neptune consciousness, 2,000 years. You're not to go out and be with the pack and the friends, and it's all about your local beliefs. You just believe what everybody else in the little flock of fish believes, and you're fine. That's what Neptune, that's what the last 2,000 years was like. So now it's different. We all think for ourselves. We're connected with electric wires. It's a very different consciousness. Age of Aquarius. Neptune's still making trouble. He doesn't like giving up all that power, the jewelry, the furs, the riches, whether he's the Pope or the movie star or the CEO. But this is a revolutionary time. Yes. And you were on it Wednesday, and it's still happening. And Thursday morning, you're getting organized. And you're positively inspired Thursday night. See the little Neptune there? Now, Mars and Jupiter are opposing Neptune, are squaring it. And that, the young people want to go play football Thursday night. Tough luck. You'd rather be in a church. Do something. Let out your higher heart. There's enlightenment here from Neptune. He's still not doing very well. There may be bad smells. Friday morning, due diligence. Do some investigation. Here's the trine to Pluto. Kind of good. You may be up late Thursday night with this Jupiter thing and Mars. But the moon's in Taurus. Try to enjoy yourself. Here's the moon sextiling Chiron Friday afternoon early. Donate $10 to a homeless person. And, there's some mellowness here all through Friday. Saturday, you wake up, moon's in Gemini. What's going on here? Well, this is the Neptune zone, see? This is your last hit of full moon on Neptune. And the dam broke, and the sewage blocked, and the fish all died. The DLNR Hawaii guys decided to poison rats that killed the reef ship. All the little reef fish on the island. Damn, over in his little island. Talk about bad Neptune stuff. A lot of mistakes here. They're going to be a lot more made Saturday. So the worst of it, you got to realize what alcohol does. It just slowly numbs you out and takes away your higher centers. So that, there's a very bad drug. We have cultural hooked on it. The hippies are right. Smoke a bowl of pot. Anyway, you shouldn't be out there on the road Saturday because the other guys are drinking. See? And things are going to happen. This is a confusion. This is the last pileup for a month of all these fanatics and people in beliefs and people in their cultural, religious clothing to go out and raise hell and say, we believe only white people are superior. No, we believe women should have more rights. No, whatever you believe is a problem. Get real. We're in the age of Aquarius. But there's going to be a lot of unrealness Saturday night. And you could have trouble with the ocean and waters and rivers and things. And you're in the Neptune zone. See, the blue lines are supposed to be, waves and stuff here. Saying, here you're in this bad Neptune stuff. Ugh. Can't communicate Sunday. Problems with Mercury. The wounded people are having trouble Sunday afternoon with a square to Chiron. And Sunday feels like we're all boxed in when the moon opposes Saturn Sunday night. This is New Year's, folks. Here's your New Year's ceremony. And it's got the moon and Saturn. And this couldn't be a worse, midnight time to do if you're going to do any ceremonies on midnight, any countdowns. You know, pray to Father and Mother and everybody to help us all through this very difficult period we're going into. Yeah, the cold will be there, and we've got to get a handle on these governments and institutions and people that are all about money. Anyway, limitations are going to happen, so don't have it in your mind when you do your New Year's magical ceremony. Have just nice stuff. Have pictures of going down and helping out that old white bearded guy in the homeless camp. Give him some cat food for his cat. Music and cats. That's what Albert Schweitzer said could get you out of these bummer, desperate periods. Like you probably won't be anybody out on New Year's if they feel this. The roadblocks are all out. There's Saturn. Okay, Monday, January 1st. The moon's in Cancer. You can get the physical work done. You can become more inspired of Neptune. You want to fix the water leak. Get the shovel out. Dig a ditch. Do something. You're not going to get any rest. Your plans won't, because Venus is in opposition here, and the Sun too. So your plans don't work out. But you can get physical work done. Inspired, real work. And that's what you want to do Monday with Jupiter, Neptune, Mars all in harmony. Goes through Tuesday morning, but you get to the middle of Tuesday and you're in the Uranus zone. Here's the shocker. Uranus just stopped here. And here's the moon in square to it. And these are supposed to be shock waves. Zap, 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 zap. There's bound to be earthquakes. The question is where and how big they're going to be and how big the resulting water problem will be in different places. So, I hope the earthquake happened back here someplace. You could have much worse water problems because of this Neptune full moon thing. If the earthquake happened this side, you got a much better Neptune. He's more behaving. And maybe the water won't be such a big issue. But the water is what kills people, not the quakes, not the... Uranus just takes all your shit. You got to meet your neighbors. But by and large, hurricanes and quakes, it's the Neptune, it's the water, and the tsunamis and the floods. That's the ones that really kill. Neptune is a killer. Tezcatlipoca. Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus says, be kind. He's got an evil side to him, but, there's a lot of real good priests and real doctors and real inspired people in this world. They're not all got bad fish smell. Fishermen of men. Uh-oh, I'm starting to preach. So look, I just get you through that Tuesday, and it settles out. Wednesday, the moon's in Leo. It's a little irritating, a lot of road rage in Mars and Jupiter late Wednesday night. And everybody is... trying to take care of everybody else. The moon goes by the North Node Wednesday night. But I don't know what the damage was in the first part of the week. Time you get to Thursday, there's a trine to Uranus. You're meeting your neighbors. Common sense clicks in. There's communication, mental awareness. Your mentality is acutely working again. The electricity's back on. Hooray! Hooray! And it lasts well into Thursday night. On Friday, January 5th, we're in Virgo, and the moon's going to move up here and oppose Neptune. Now, we had that full moon on it before. I don't know how sensitive it's going to be. You could have water problems here again Friday night and problems with alcoholics, and people drinking and stuff. But you're wise if you stay home Friday night and don't stay out of trouble, and especially stay out of the water and away from the liquids, which includes alcohol drinks, because Saturday morning is beautiful. I made a note, the end of the week, Jupiter, Mars, sextile Venus, the Sun, and Pluto, Friday night the 5th. It's going to click in late after midnight. It's going to go through Saturday morning. The moon in Virgo trines and sextiles it, on Saturday. So this is a beautiful time. You don't want to be drunk and go through this. There's enlightenment stuff here Friday night and Saturday morning. So it could be very nice. It could be very nice. positive Neptune stuff. I hope. Late Saturday night, square to Mercury and to Saturn, having trouble getting around with your car, with your communication, transportation. Had some flooding maybe. I don't know. On Sunday, moon's in early Libra. Not bad. I've got a square to Saturn early in the morning, Sunday morning. So it's a very slow Sunday morning. Hope you got nothing to do on January 7th.